Diddy is in full-blown panic mode after 50 Cent dropped a bombshell in court that no one saw coming. Newly leaked footage featuring Jay-Z has sent shockwaves through the music industry and the courtroom alike, leaving fans, critics, and even insiders questioning everything they thought they knew about these hip-hop titans. What exactly does this footage reveal? And why did 50 Cent choose now to release it during such a pivotal moment, as the internet explodes with debates and trending? Hashtags, Diddy's reputation hangs by a thread, and Jay-Z's name is suddenly pulled into the controversy. Could this footage spell legal trouble, or is it just another move in the power plays of the entertainment elite? And what does this mean for the fragile alliances that have held the hip-hop industry together for decades? In today's video, we're diving deep into the footage, breaking down what's on tape, why 50 Cent leaked it, and how Diddy's reaction has left fans buzzing. Stick with us as we unpack the court drama, celebrity feuds, and the far-reaching consequences this shocking revelation might bring. Trust us, this is one story you don't want to miss.
In hip-hop, there's nothing to sue for. I don't think you think about it, but when the lawsuit comes out, it ignites the record, it goes up. Kendrick's album was coming right when that lawsuit fell, and it was like, from a sales history. I have the sales history. Interscope didn't do everything Def Jam done, but Kanye's number to come back like that. They didn't do everything to protect Drake, because they assumed Kendrick and this will be just like anything else that happened. Do you understand? Like, they did everything he's saying they did in that lawsuit, they did it.
So you feel like it's valid on that point? Like, yeah, they did that.
I understand why you would do that if you was talking to a lawyer, but like, when you see that new lawsuit coming with Jay, I go, oh shoot, like, then I think about it, I go, that had to be there. So when I was saying that he was missing, he just wasn't actively being out there because they was dealing with that.
Do you think there's truth to the Jay thing? There's no way.
I have this thing where I'm conflicted when it takes you 20 years to remember something happened to you.
But with Puffy, you were the only one saying anything for decades.
Yeah, because we had our own little thing.
But everybody else is scared. So you think maybe this is a similar thing where everybody else is scared?
I think that they're scared. You know?
That's what
what's your and Jay's issue?
It's just competitive stuff.
It's really just competitive.
This is what I'm saying. When it gets past actual art, like actual music, and you're trying to block something that's in business, then it feels weird. It feels like we should be having beef.
A Netflix docuseries, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the party. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
I'm surprised by the allegations. As surprised as everyone else. I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way you represent the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them. And it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little odd.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying. Where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. Those accusations are crazy.
The courtroom bombshell, 50 Cent's game-changing move. The courtroom erupted in shock as 50 Cent dropped an unexpected bombshell. Previously unseen footage involving Jay-Z and Diddy. Presented during a high-profile legal battle, this footage had been kept under wraps until now, creating ripples across the music industry and beyond. The material's release instantly shifted the momentum, leaving everyone wondering about the deeper implications. This footage goes beyond mere gossip, potentially providing critical evidence in ongoing cases that involve both Diddy and Jay-Z. Its timing adds weight to the allegations against Diddy while dragging Jay-Z into a narrative he may not have anticipated. For fans, this leak could redefine their perception of these two music moguls, especially if the footage corroborates claims of misconduct or conspiracy.
I thought the smartest thing Jay said in the statement was, if you really believe this happened, then press criminal charges.
Jay-Z released a statement. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one.
He said pull up.
But I don't think that was...
Tell me.
Okay, look. Because of the statute of limitation, there is.
Oh, there is no criminal. So it's a.
So making a statement is to make people feel like.
But apparently, if she's under 18, didn't you say it still could be criminal?
Yeah, I get confused too. You look at this, it's a lot. It's a lot of confusing information, right? But I think when you do point out that, why didn't you file criminal case? Because you can't. It's over 20 years old. This was 2000, bro.
No, but I think if it's a minor,
when they're saying this is happening, I'm not even 50 Cent yet.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is that dates that far back.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not. It didn't even take place at that point. So.
Inside the courtroom, the mood was tense. Diddy's legal team scrambled to address the footage, visibly caught off guard. Meanwhile, onlookers, journalists, and social media commentators couldn't look away. Witnessing the sudden shift in dynamics, it became clear this was no ordinary legal battle. As the news broke, major outlets and tabloids scrambled to cover the story. Fans, critics, and industry insiders rushed to dissect every detail, adding fuel to the already blazing fire. The content of the leaked footage. The footage, though grainy, was revealing. It allegedly showed interactions that could be interpreted as questionable between Jay-Z, Diddy, and others in an intimate setting. Observers noted the tension, the power plays, and unguarded moments that seemed to tell a deeper story. Jay-Z's presence in the footage raised eyebrows, especially given his historically clean-cut public persona. Questions swirled about his involvement in the scenarios depicted, and whether his connection to Diddy in these moments could implicate him in ongoing controversies.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce, right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see their kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them the things.
For Diddy, the footage could not have come at a worse time. Already battling a series of legal and public relations challenges, this leak added another layer of complexity. The content directly contradicted some of Diddy's previous claims, putting him further on the defensive. Beyond the visuals, snippets of audio captured candid exchanges that hinted at unspoken agreements and behind-the-scenes dynamics. Fans and experts alike parsed through these moments, identifying elements that could be used as evidence in legal settings.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
Wow. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
No, he had like 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
At the same time, he got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him like fucking things to cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got it for the music. Jay got it for the music.
You didn't see.
He deserved those.
I'm sitting there, it was like this, like Black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you niggas this year. Yeah.
50 Cent's role, why he leaked the footage. 50 Cent's motivations for releasing the footage are hotly debated. Some see it as a calculated move to expose rivals and elevate his own standing, while others speculate it could be part of a larger personal vendetta. The history of tension between 50 Cent, Diddy, and Jay-Z is long and complex. Past public spats, rivalries in music, and competing business ventures have created a backdrop of animosity. This leak feels like the culmination of years of unresolved grievances.
Okay, I'm eating Raisin Bran. I got my daughter in my arm. I'm scrolling, right? I see somebody screenshot your shit is Jay and the whole family at the Mufasa fair, and then the comment is 50 Cent. Jay said, they said I a 13-year-old. Let's go watch Mufasa.
Everybody get dressed. We're going to see Mufasa right now. I just think it was a good look, like angling yourself as
a family man.
Yes.
But they had to go to the premiere,
that
bro.
was planned already. I'm
They had to go to the
bro.
premiere.
And I realized that later, but I'm just saying to you, I haven't seen him in a long time. That's all I'm saying. When I hadn't seen him in a long time, and then I heard this shit, and then I looked and I saw Mufasa, I said, whoa.
That's all that fucking happened, bro. You think this is at my phone? This is my phone. This is happening at real time. I'm going, yo. He said, yo.
You just gotta say everyone gets these jokes, bro. That's what you gotta say.
Yeah, no,
rappers, listen, comedians are the new rappers, bro. That's
why
the
do
thing.
people come to my page?
That's true.
I know what I'm saying.
You know what they said?
That is true.
Well, you don't think you're gonna happen next? Yeah, that's what they said to me, buddy. Well, you're next, buddy. You're fucking, you're laughing at this.
Timing is everything, and this leak was no exception. Released during a pivotal moment in court, it appeared designed to disrupt proceedings and force both Diddy and Jay-Z into a defensive position. Observers speculated that 50 Cent's actions were as much about the timing as the content itself. Though cryptic, 50 Cent's social media posts following the leak hinted at satisfaction over the chaos he'd unleashed. He promised more revelations to come, leaving fans and critics wondering if this was just the beginning.
50 Cent was on Big Boy, and he talked about what he sees from that statement from Jay-Z.
Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says, you're going to find out.
He thinks Jay's lawyer wrote it because of how combative it is.
The NFL, they won't necessarily be associated to that.
They do not like people putting no smut on their name. I raised the question, too, about the Christmas Day Beyonce performance.
Diddy's reaction, panic mode activated. Witnesses described Diddy's reaction as visibly shaken. While his legal team worked to manage the fallout, Diddy himself reportedly called for emergency meetings with his inner circle, desperate to strategize a response. Speculation about Diddy's legal strategy has ranged from outright denial of the footage's validity to efforts to discredit 50 Cent. Lawyers may argue that the footage lacks context or relevance, but the damage to public perception could be harder to undo.
Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager.
Right.
What do you feel about just that whole thing, man?
As much as people feel like I haven't had issues with Puffy. I don't like him like that. Like, I don't like things that he would do, but Jay definitely like that. I hope things are all right for him internally. Because in the statement they mentioned his daughter would, being old enough to, because she's about 13.
Right.
So it's the same age as his kids. What you saying he did? We live in a climate that it's not even what you did. It's what they said you did.
Right.
Right. So it's like the damage is already done by the allegation itself.
Diddy's PR team quickly went into overdrive, releasing carefully worded statements and redirecting attention to his philanthropic efforts. Yet, the damage seemed irreversible as the footage continued to dominate headlines. Amid the chaos, reports hinted at Diddy's frustration and fear. Known for his commanding presence, this was one of the rare moments where cracks in his usually unshakable demeanor became evident.
Oh my God. Buckle up, because there's a lot to take in here and it's rough. As many of you know, Cassie's ex-boyfriend is currently locked up in Brooklyn awaiting trial on multiple charges, including trafficking, racketeering, and more. His freak-offs have been greatly talked about, and what celebrities may have partaken as well. Thus far, no other star has been publicly named. Until now. In the wake of Diddy's arrest, this attorney in Texas, Tony Busby, held multiple press conferences and was looking for alleged victims of Kim Porter's baby daddy. He has begun to file many lawsuits against Diddy and said that he would be filing upwards of 120 individual lawsuits against Diddy.
Jay-Z's position, silent or defensive? Though initially seen as peripheral to Diddy's legal troubles, Jay-Z's presence in the footage has pulled him squarely into the spotlight. Speculation about his role or knowledge of the events depicted has begun to swirl. As of now, Jay-Z has maintained his characteristic silence. Fans and critics are left to interpret his lack of response, whether as a calculated move or as an indication of concern.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards after party in 2000. In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" He added, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people." Joining us now, Joey Jackson, CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. There's a lot to unpack here. Joey, I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it. It's long. Where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
So based on the allegations, Jessica, good morning, good to see you. I think that it certainly could be. Why do I say that? Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand.
If further details emerge connecting Jay-Z to the controversy surrounding Diddy, his reputation as a family man and business mogul could face serious scrutiny. Brand endorsements and partnerships may also be at risk. While Jay-Z has not been directly implicated in legal proceedings yet, the footage raises questions about whether additional investigations could be forthcoming.
The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact-finding, right? Before that, just briefly, there was a demand letter sent. And a demand letter is a letter being sent by a lawyer saying, hey, I don't have to sue you. We can sit, we can mediate it. If we reach an agreement, it never sees the light of day. Jay-Z saying, I don't care about your demand letter. I look at it as blackmail. You want to sue me, sue me. You want to look at it criminally, look at it criminally, but it'll go through the fact-finding process. If a trial is necessary to determine the facts, that's what will happen, but it'll be deemed civil. No indication at this point as to whether or not any criminal investigation will ensue as a result of this.
Yeah, and Jay-Z came back incredibly forcefully against these allegations and really singled out that attorney as well for being, I'm paraphrasing here, but greedy, saying he's out to get money, and calling that letter essentially blackmail.
Yeah, and in addition to that, Jessica, also suing the attorney, saying he's intimidating him, harassing him, etc.
Media and public reactions. The internet exploded with memes, hashtags, and debates. Some sided with 50 Cent for exposing potential wrongdoing, while others criticized the move as opportunistic. The polarization only amplified the story's reach. While some celebrities chose to remain silent, others hinted at inside knowledge. A few even voiced support for 50 Cent's boldness, though these comments were often cryptic and veiled. Fans are deeply divided. Some see this as a necessary reckoning for two of hip-hop's most influential figures, while others argue that it's an overblown spectacle detracting from their contributions to the music industry. Major outlets are framing the story as a showdown between titans, highlighting the broader implications for the entertainment world. Meanwhile, tabloids are focusing on the salacious details, keeping the public hooked.
That has social media, politicians, and fans in an uproar. Billionaire rapper Jay-Z is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl, along with Sean P. Diddy Combs. A Jane Doe in a lawsuit says the assault happened at an after-party that was following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York City back in 2000. Jay-Z responded with a statement on X calling the allegations idiotic and an attempt at blackmail by a prominent Houston attorney that we all know, Tony Busby, who represents that Jane Doe in the lawsuit. Today, he filed a motion, that being Jay-Z, to dismiss the lawsuit. Busby also released a statement last night saying he sent a demand letter in an attempt to settle this case, and his client in the so-called blackmail attempt didn't talk about money in that demand letter. He also requested that the accuser identify herself publicly, that being from Jay-Z. Joining us to talk about it here on The Factor Uncensored are attorneys Oliver Brown, Bayoji Akingbala, and The Factor's digital producer Ajibola Buduran. Glad to have you all on The Factor Uncensored. First of all, your thoughts about this. It's getting ugly. And a major celebrity.
It's a major celebrity, and look, I'm not going to get into my personal beliefs.
The bigger picture, power dynamics in the music industry. The footage has sparked conversations about the lengths to which industry moguls go to maintain power and control. It highlights the darker side of fame and fortune, where influence often goes unchecked. With the footage now public, many are speculating about what other hidden truths could emerge. The music industry's history of secrecy and cover-ups has come under renewed scrutiny. If the footage leads to tangible consequences, it could set a legal precedent for how similar cases are handled in the future. Accountability in the entertainment industry might be entering a new era.
JZ ain't answering the phone?
He ain't answering the motherfucking phone.
This case is part of a larger reckoning in entertainment where fans and insiders are demanding transparency and justice. The footage might not just impact Diddy and Jay-Z, but could also signal a turning point for the entire industry. Historical context: tensions between 50 Cent, Diddy, and Jay-Z. The rivalry between 50 Cent, Diddy, and Jay-Z has been a long-standing undercurrent in the music industry. Over the years, public exchanges of subtle digs, veiled references in lyrics, and highly publicized business moves have all painted a picture of mounting tension. Each figure, a giant in their own right, has sought to cement their dominance in a competitive and ego-driven industry, creating fertile ground for conflicts. 50 Cent, in particular, has never shied away from controversy, often using his platform to challenge his peers. His history with Diddy includes public accusations and jabs, with 50 accusing Diddy of everything from shady business practices to personal indiscretions. With Jay-Z, the rivalry is more complex. While they've occasionally aligned on projects, 50 has openly criticized Jay-Z's decisions and business strategies, framing himself as a disruptor to Jay's status quo.
50 is the penguin on a diet.
Oh,
Curtis?
you can find him in the club.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. So let me ask you, when Pierce...
Hopefully not at Coco Pele.
Damn.
I got somebody looking for you there.
Damn.
I know you're tight, Curtis. Why did you go and buy them all off, Curtis?
Wait, so you did a PSA on Curtis about him and Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
On the cover of it. You kind of poking the bear there.
I'm not poking a bear. I'm saying that he's a stone. And I've spoken to 2 men he's lived in sales with, who you had sex with. Curtis! No, I'm not saying allegedly. And you know it.
The Bible says everything will be exposed.
Speculation abounds that this latest leak is rooted in deeper grievances. Some point to past business deals gone sour, personal slights that were never resolved, or even a calculated effort by 50 Cent to dominate the narrative and stay relevant in an ever-evolving industry. Regardless, this leak feels deeply personal, not just a quest for accountability, but also a battle of egos. Potential legal and professional consequences for Diddy and Jay-Z. The leaked footage carries significant potential for legal and professional fallout. For Diddy, who is already embroiled in legal controversies, the footage could be a pivotal turning point. It may strengthen existing cases against him or prompt new investigations, dragging him deeper into a web of legal troubles. Jay-Z, whose involvement in the footage has raised eyebrows, could also find himself under scrutiny if connections to the alleged events become substantiated. The reputational damage is undeniable. Both moguls have built empires based on their larger-than-life personas and business acumen. For brands and partners tied to them, the association with this controversy could become a liability. Major sponsors and collaborators may reevaluate their relationships, unwilling to risk the fallout of aligning with figures embroiled in scandal.
50 Cent was on Big Boy, and he talked about what he sees from that statement from Jay-Z.
Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says, you're going to find out.
He thinks Jay's lawyer wrote it because of how combative it is.
The NFL, they won't necessarily be associated to that.
They do not like people putting no smut on their name. I raised the question too about the Christmas Day Beyonce performance.
The leak also threatens to tarnish their legacies, forcing both men to confront the darker sides of their public and private lives. Jay-Z, long viewed as a symbol of success and reinvention, faces the challenge of maintaining his image amid rising speculation. For Diddy, already under a microscope, the footage adds another layer of complexity to his battle for public redemption. What's next for Diddy, Jay-Z, and 50 Cent? Both Diddy and Jay-Z will need strategic moves to repair their public images. This might involve public apologies, philanthropy, or legal victories. 50 Cent has promised more revelations, keeping fans and critics on edge. Whether he follows through remains to be seen.
Diddy Combs has been denied bail in connection with the sexual abuse and sex trafficking charges he faces. And as Les Trent reports, the music mogul who once traveled by private jet to all those mansions is now in a jail that is notorious for its bad living conditions.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs spent his first night behind bars inside a facility that is being called Hell on Earth. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn is notorious for its appalling living conditions and rampant violence. How bad is it inside this federal lockup? There have been 2 murders, 4 suicides, and numerous stabbings and lockdowns in recent years. It's so out of control inside that 4 federal judges are reportedly refusing to send any more prisoners here. Donald Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, spent a harrowing year in federal custody. He says for someone used to a life of luxury like Diddy, prison life is a severe shock.
You have a desk, you have a plastic chair, you have your bed with a 1.5-inch mattress, no pillow, and you also have a locker. So you basically have 3 feet by 5 feet to move around. So you have a basic 15 square feet. It is a horrible, horrible place.
Diddy's lawyers were so eager to keep him out of jail, they offered his palatial $48 million home in Miami Beach and his private jets as bail. Today, they are even offering to restrict female visitors to his homes, except for his mother.
With the footage now public, legal proceedings are expected to take center stage. The outcomes could have far-reaching implications. This incident might usher in a new level of scrutiny for the music industry, pushing fans and insiders to demand more transparency and justice.
JAYZ's attorney says the sexual assault claim against the hip-hop mogul is false. A woman has accused JAYZ of raping her at an after-party for the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards when she was 13 years old. But attorney Alex Spiro says the allegations are, quote, all a fantasy. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister has the latest from New York.
JAYZ's attorney is doubling down on a denial that his client ever raped a 13-year-old girl. Now, JAYZ has already fiercely denied these accusations, and his legal team has already asked the court to dismiss this case entirely. But now, for the first time speaking to reporters since these accusations came out, JAYZ's attorney, Alex Spiro, held a press conference of sorts. There was a private meeting at JAYZ's Rock Nation offices in New York City where CNN was invited to watch a presentation put on by JAYZ's attorney, where he had a PowerPoint where he showed different details that he says disprove Jane Doe's case. Let's take a look at some of what he said.
This is not an account of inconsistencies. I wanted everybody to understand that this never happened. This is completely false. You have to look at the timeline. You have to look at the timeline. So there's an old expression that time doesn't lie. Everything else that I'm talking about, these glaring inconsistencies, these are not minor inconsistencies. These are not minor problems with these stories.
And whenever I have questions about what it's like on the inside, I call Larry Levine. He spent 10 years in federal prison, 10 holiday seasons, and now runs Wall Street Prison Consultants. His brand new book is Crimes That Never Happened, Beating Federal Conspiracies, which is available on Amazon and everywhere. And he's live with me now. Hey, Larry, it's great to see you. Happy holidays to you. I'm glad you chose the festive backdrop. Thank you for that. I want to ask you about refusing meals. Diddy is apparently refusing meals. I don't know if it's all of them, but he's refusing some of them, and he's been reportedly looking a lot thinner. Why would that be?
Maybe he doesn't like the cuisine, or maybe now that he's actually in a dormitory unit, he's not living in his cell. Well, he's living in the cell, but he's not in there all day long. Now he can buy items at the commissary, and because of that, he may be making his own food. He probably has access to a microwave oven, or maybe like boiling hot water, and they make burritos and different things. He doesn't want to eat the prison food, I suppose, because he's scared somebody's going to put something in it. I've said this before.
Wow, what a whirlwind. From 50 Cent's strategic leak to Diddy's desperate attempts at damage control and JAYZ being dragged into the fray, today's story has it all. Drama, betrayal, and questions that demand answers. This isn't just about a few minutes of footage. It's about power struggles, courtroom battles, and the unraveling of Hollywood's carefully curated images. What do you think this footage really reveals? Is 50 Cent out out for revenge, or is he exposing a deeper truth? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exclusive updates on the stories shaping entertainment. Your support helps us keep bringing you the facts behind the headlines. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.